Hey, you all, it's Shakira. Welcome back to Clippity Wellness here on YouTube. I just woke up about an hour ago, so I'm still in my bed recording this voiceover where I want to talk to you guys about detoxing because it's really something that's popular right now, I guess, with everything going on. And, you know, people want to detox and people want to be healthy and people want to boost the immune system. And as well as people that are dealing with any other type of illness like candida, which I talk a lot about on my channel because my journey started over 10 years ago in terms of health and wellness in my studies. I've been studying nutrition for over 10 years. I've been to nutrition school, traditional um, studies in terms of like the US college standards. Um, and then because I did not agree with the guidelines that are set up by the people that run this situation. um, I went the holistic route. So I've been to holistic nutrition school. So in addition, I have done self studies and I've taught lots of classes on anti-inflammatory foods and detoxing and so on and so forth. And so the bottom line when it comes to detoxing your body, it's a process. You're not going to decide that you're going to eat a certain way and then be and whatever illness you are struggling with is going to go away. For me in particular, the candida recovery took years. I talk to ladies all the time, and that is the main concern. Like, how long am I going to have to do this? And am I going to have to change my diet and so on and so forth? And the answer is yes. And in terms of how long you're going to have to switch up the way that you eat, is forever, because you cannot, first of all, when it comes to getting healthy and it comes to detoxing the body, that takes time. Nobody gets sick overnight. Nobody gets candida overnight. So, whatever it is that you're dealing with, or even if you just want to be healthier, that takes time because all of the food that you have eaten, let's say you were a 30-year-old woman, all of the food that you've eaten from birth has affected the way your organs were, the cells in your body. They've affected the way that your organs have grown. It affected your bones, your blood, the oxygen in your body, everything. So it takes time to rid the organs of toxins and rid the brain of toxins. It takes time to cleanse the body. Okay, you have to kind of reset the body. And so that means that, like, I follow an 80-20 rule in terms of how I live my life. And I had to learn this the hard way, because I used to be a yo yo dieter. And so um, I would gain a whole bunch of weight and then I would lose the weight because I didn't have balance in my diet. So I used to eat McDonald's all the time. I used to, and all the time, and then a lot of it. I used to eat you standard American diet, just a really crappy diet: soda, milk, processed food, um, nothing like nothing like this. So all of that and on top of, I used to take Midol. I used to like take stuff, just stuff that we take that we feel is normal. I didn't drink a whole lot of water. It was all about the soda and the sweet drinks and everything else, Kool-Aid and stuff like that. So, um, it took time for my body to get with the program because I had to reprogram my body. The good thing about the amazing thing about the human body is that once you start giving it the things that it's easy for it to process, then it will start healing. So when you start to eat things like when your diet, and when I say diet, I don't mean like restricting or whatever. I mean your lifestyle. When your lifestyle is mostly processed and a standard American diet, your body doesn't really know what to do with that. So that's why things start to go haywire because you're eating processed food, you're eating a whole bunch of meat, you're consuming dairy and cheese. Your body doesn't know what to do with that. That stuff is not naturally found in our environments. So when you start to eat things that have less stress on the body, less oxidative stress, meaning A standard American diet is inflammatory. So um, and that's what disease is. It's inflammation. So when you start to simplify your diet and you start to eat things that your body recognizes, then the inflammation goes down. And then you start to eat things that have high antioxidant properties, then the inflammation starts to go down. And that's why people see such healing when they switch their diet from processed foods and junk to simpler foods, because the body knows what to do with that. The body does not know what to do with food-like substances, fake diet, processed food bars, and slim fast shakes, and all these things that I used to consume, which will help you lose weight. If you're not eating a lot of food and you're eating like, meal replacement bars and shakes and stuff like that, then yes, you will lose weight, but that does not mean that that is healthy. The things that are going to make you healthy are things that come naturally from the earth. You can do herbal detoxes. Like I've done a raw vegan detox using herbs, and I think I did a wild rose herb. I showed you guys. I documented it here on my channel a few years ago. You can do stuff like that because herbs and spices can help the body detox as well, and can help cleanse certain organs. So if that's something that you're interested in, you're going to need to research. I do recommend people research the things that they're trying to do, because that just makes it just makes sense to not be a follower and not to just hear somebody say, "Oh, well, you should do this," and then do it. You, you know, what I learned in nutrition school is that everybody is different. Back in the day when I used to do diets, it was like this one size fits all situation. And then I experienced frustration because number one, I'm dieting and I'm trying to restrict myself. And number two, everybody's different. It's called bio individuality. And if you try to do something, it's like these diets that people want to do, like, oh, I'm going to do paleo, oh, I'm going to do vegan, oh, I'm going to do pescatarian. It's not going to work for everybody, because everybody has different needs. Every body literally has different needs. So what I do recommend people do is keep like food journals. When I work with people, keep a food journal. When you consume this, how do you feel? Do you experience bloating? Like people that say they wake up with a flat stomach and go to bed with a big belly, that's inflammation. You're eating something that you should not eat. Like gluten, I can't do gluten. I got to do gluten-free pasta if I'm going to do pasta, and I rarely do that because pasta is processed, and my body just does not. My body just cannot do the pasta and the breads and heavy stuff like that. It is taxing on the body in terms of digesting, and so you have to listen to your body. If you eat something like pizza, gluten-free pizza or whatever, and you're not having a bowel movement the next day, like that is an indication that that food is not good for you. You should be moving your bowels daily, or sometimes a couple times a day, and that will be no problem if you are consuming enough greens and fiber-rich foods like that are like greens, kale, spinach, things like that. So I hope that this helps. Um, if you have anything to add, pop it in the comments below. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you next video.